I'm Candace.
And I'm Katie.
And today, we're getting crafty. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to resin Katie's piece. And I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about my piece. So we've already got our resin pre-mixed here. It's a 1-to-1 mix ratio. And we bought these great little cups at the HD, the Home Deeps. And here's our resin. So I buy it in the gallons. Because I'm extra.
Hey, fancy.
Hey. We've already mixed this for 5 minutes. Now, an important tip before you pour, when you mix this, you're going to get a lot of bubbles in here. Don't worry about it. We're gonna blowtorch those out in a minute. Do not, after you get it mixed, the mixer that you use, do not use that to pour on your resin. Throw that away because there could be unmixed pieces of
contaminants.
Yeah, it might not be mixed, and you don't want that on your finished piece.
Okay, so since y'all saw me last, I added a lot of mushrooms to this. I only had, I think, 3, and now we've got more than that. And so I've got this sitting on these little cups here, and then these smaller ones that I had no idea what they were for. So what we're gonna do after we pour the resin on is put this Tupperware over so I don't get little buggy critters in there all over my artwork.
Yeah, we learned that the hard way.
There's a moth imprint over here.
There's a moth. I made this table. It's got glitter in it because, anyways, I wanted it to be perfect. Yeah. And I'll be damned if a moth didn't land on it.
Right on it.
Ruined my
RIP
dreams.
moth. There's a sticker on it. You'll have to put in a picture. Put in a picture here.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
We got to pour this on before it sets up.
We do, but talk about your tray.
So I've also got this tray you can see down here that is made out of freezer paper.
I get it in big rolls. Super handy. And we also have a blowtorch to blow out the bubbles.
Yes.
All right, so Katie, let's go ahead and get pouring.
Okay, I'm nervous.
This
is my first resin experience.
Here's the resin.
It just looks bubbly.
Do you want me to help you? Okay. Okay. Sure, I'll help.
Okay.
I'm going to start by pouring the resin on the highest parts first. This is a table pour epoxy, so it is going to be thicker, but obviously not as thick as these mushrooms. You know what? I should have started over here. And watch what it does to the wood, because it's going to change the wood to a dark color.
Yeah, it's changing at least from the bottom end of the mushrooms, I can see that it's changing those to a really deep, which I knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. So Katie's mushrooms are not sealed. They're not pre-sealed, so they're going to end up looking wet.
Mm-hmm.
And what Katie's going to do now is make sure that all of the mushrooms are covered with a resin.
Yeah, so that we can get a good tight seal so that we don't have any that look different than the other ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now on a square piece or on any canvases that I've done in the past, I go around the bottom and use tape to catch the drips. But for this piece, because it's a piece of wood, I didn't do that. We will have to sand this down.
Uh-oh.
I know. So Katie, why did you choose to do resin before it's done?
Well, the greenery that I'm going to use, if we use that and then put the resin on it, it would just clump it all together like a big matted, hairy mess.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense.
Yeah. We don't need no hairy messes today.
How's it looking, Katie? Are you getting all the resin?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Okay, good.
We're doing it.
Come over here on this side. You can see where, or here, you want me to do this? I've got a little bit more in here, but I thought what I would do is we need to make sure that we've got resin going all over the edges too.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be.
I'm getting up underneath these fellas. I should have probably had like a disposable sponge brush or something. Would that work with this?
I don't know actually. I've never used them, but I do have a disposable foam brush.
Well, we're too far gone now.
You think so?
Yeah. So I'll just scoop this up, but I think that would hold the moisture better than a stick. Especially on these because they're so uneven. There's no rhyme or reason to them. They just are.
Right. It's also very important not to scrape the bucket out with the resin in it, because you could end up with clumps of unmixed resin in there. Usually I do a 2-cup system, like I'll mix in 1 cup and then mix for another 5 minutes and then pour, but
not today.
I didn't feel like it. I think these are covered. Now, we could do a second coat on this.
If we feel like it.
Yeah.
Do we feel like it today?
Oh, well, it won't happen today.
Oh,
this has to set up for 8 hours before you can touch it.
That's a sleep. That's a full sleep.
It is a full sleep. Or a Twilight marathon.
How many of those you've been involved in your day?
I mean, like a couple. Don't worry about it. So now I've got my cup here. It's it's not empty, but I'm going to clean this out and reuse this because I don't like to waste these plastic containers.
Waste not, want not. Ooh.
Now, be careful because you don't want this tipping. Try to scoot it back this way. You can touch it with your hands. Okay, let me...
I'm going to go around the edge and make sure we've got... Can I scoop this up here?
You sure can. Yeah, because that is mixed. Anything that's on the bottom, you can scoop up and pat on.
Yeah, because I don't need any naked sides.
Right here, you'll want to come scoop up because of the way this live edge was cut. Okay.
Hot diggity dog.
I think that looks great.
We're cooking with gas now. Wait, not yet. That's over there.
That's in a minute.
Yeah.
So you've got some spots in here. If you want to try to get those out, you can. I don't know where my toothpicks are, so.
I want to get this done first before anything sets.
Again, 8 hours. You've got a work window. It says on here.
You mean
I don't know how long.
We're
gonna guess 30 minutes work window.
Okay.
So you're good, but it dries a lot faster. This is not my favorite resin kit. I do have another one that I like better.
Second-rate kit.
But it's a deep pour resin, and we're talking 72 hours before you can touch it.
Oh, my lordy day.
So, yeah, it's a very slow curing.
Did you use that for that flower arrangement?
I did absolutely use it for that.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
While she's working on this, we're going to get back to you in just a second with the blowtorch, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about my piece. Because it's awesome.
It is. Gosh, it's really, really coming to life.
Okay, here's the piece. I ironed on these pieces of cotton. Then I decoupaged it with Mod Podge. So let's talk for a second about why I use the Mod Podge. So if you take a look at Katie's piece, you can see when we poured the resin on there, it immediately looked wet. If I do that with my fabric, it's going to make this fabric look wet. I don't want that because it distorts the color pretty bad. Well, not necessarily bad, just drastic.
Think wet t-shirt contest.
Yeah, for sure.
Or don't think.
So I Mod Podged everything first with a thin layer, dried it real quick under a blow dryer, and then I did a second thicker coat. Now, I did the thin and thick coat because the thin coat will seal the fabric first and keep it almost as close as it can be to the original color.
The opaqueness.
Yeah, see, look.
Yeah.
Here's the blue. Here's the blue untreated, and here it is treated. Now, if we were to put resin on top of this, I guess I could add that to the video, what that would look like. But anyways, it seals everything up. Then I painted these holographic dots on there, and I really hope that y'all can see what it's doing there in the video. I'm thrilled with how that turned out. But I will say, after I did all the mandala pieces and the metal here, I didn't like this blue flower because it looked like it was lost. I know.
Same blue flower.
I know. Boo. So I made this extra piece, and I am going to just layer it right over the top. This has already been Mod Podged twice because I don't want to do a whole nother layer on my piece. So now what I'm going to do...
What are you going to do today?
I am going to use the Mod Podge. This is straight. I have not diluted this. I'm going to brush some on here. And I'm doing this work on a piece of freezer paper. Because it will protect my cutting mats.
Now, freezer paper, what's the difference in that between that and wax paper or parchment?
I don't know.
They need to get it together.
One of them okay, so wax paper has wax on it. I know.
What does freezer paper have on it? Let's see on our box. Plastic coated. Don't cook that.
Right, and this resin will legit peel up off of this paper.
That's insane.
So if you were wanting to do resin jewelry, maybe we should do that next.
Drop it down in the comments if we should do resin jewelry next.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be fun.
I've got lots of great jewelry.
My thing about doing resin, though, like the reason why I haven't done it yet, because it looks super duper cool. I'm not what you'd call a patient person, so I'm more of a glue it and go type of gal.
Right.
Super glue and hot glue for everything.
Well, I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you think that looks good?
Yeah.
What do you think? I don't know. It just looks weird to me. I feel like you can see the blue under there.
What does God say to you?
WWGS.
What's that now?
What would God say? WWGS.
What would God say?
Okay, I cut that piece off. I'm going to cut it just as close as I can. I hope y'all can see that in the video. Let me move. I usually use my little rotary blade here, but I don't want to mess up my piece. And I've not used these paints before, so I have no idea what they're going to do in the resin.
Hope I'm not looking too creepy down here.
Creeper.
Creep.
Hardcore creeping.
I'm getting down here so that I can see the side and getting real next to it to make sure that I can tell what has been coated in juicy goodness and what hasn't.
That's wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Check that out. Sweet. Look.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I love that. That's our alma mater colors. Blue and orange.
It is.
Yeah.
Northwest Whitfield High School.
Ayo, shout out.
I'm going to let that... Actually, I'm going to decoupage this down, too. Just in case. Because I don't want the resin making the fabric look funny.
Cut it out, resin.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know what it would do.
It's going to be an experiment. And if it doesn't do right, it'll be okay.
Will it?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, like we aren't going for perfection. Nobody is breathing down our necks besides ourselves.
I know, and I am the worst at over-committing to, like, legit everything. Wear myself out.
Yeah, I did that recently.
What, yesterday?
No. No, I did the face painting at church.
Yeah.
And then I also did, like, the next day, or no, the day before that, we had filmed for a solid 5 hours to do the last 5 videos we did. And then, that was tiring. I had done a hike that morning, and then the next day after the church thing was Halloween, and so then I took Layla to Dad's house, and we trick-or-treated all around there. And then I took her and Sophia over to a different town. And then we drove all the way out to the edge of the earth to go to Pop's house. And then we got, and I was like, ugh, I was so beat up. I can't do that again. One and done. That's how many towns I'm going to, or how many neighborhoods.
For Halloween?
Yes.
All right, I've got mine on there. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to do my resin pour in our next video. How are you looking, Katie?
I'm looking pretty good if I don't mind.
She had on heels earlier, but she looked like a giant.
I was about
she
this
was like
tall.
made me look like a little person.
So I took those off. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm wearing heels. No, I'm not. I'm only 5'5". So do you be careful? Don't touch yourself with these gloves. Do you want to do the blowtorch, or do you want me to?
Well, yeah, I want to do the blowtorch. I just take these dandies off.
Are you done with all of the edges here?
Yeah.
Okay, take your gloves off, and now we're going to stick them on the pad. Yeah.
They're
all
on
right.
it. On it like white on rice.
It's
a serious machinery.
This is propane. I shake it up. I don't know if you're supposed. Yeah, you're supposed to.
Is it like a milkshake?
My milkshake brings all the.
Hey!
Oh. All right. Turn it on.
Okay.
You can get all this at Home Depot, and you'll hear it make a hiss. Now we're on. This is going to take all the bubbles out. So we're going to switch to this camera. Now, I don't know what it's going to do to the mushrooms, so just lightly go over the mushrooms.
We're going to find out.
Yeah, you see those bubbles popping?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think I had another one over here. Yeah, I see that.
Gorgeous.
Okay. Yeah, help me out. I'll just tuck this. Oh, God!
You want me to do that? You're making me nervous.
Well, what's a little fire between
Sisters.
Okay. Did you see? Are they all gone?
I can't believe you lit lit the edge on fire. She's crazy.
Flambe.
Watch out, because I'm going to come around this side.
Steer clear. Children, don't try this at home. Probably me included in that.
Okay. Woo, we did it. It's only a little bit of fire. Now we're going to take this. Oh, sorry, I touched your boob.
Oh.
Okay, now move the cups. Yeah. Yep. Okay, we're good. Eiffel Tower!
Hey!
We did not land that one.
Hey, it still made a clap sound.
Did
They
it?
won't know the difference.
Did it? We'll add in a clap there.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for watching. Next video, we're going to resin my piece.
Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Turn on that bell, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Love you,
mean
it.